All right, let's start today's lesson. So first character for today is Yao. Yao. Okay, so Yao, the original meaning of this character is break. Okay, break. Now, this break is, if you can see the this is a, if you look at the oracle bone script, it looks like a person. Okay, looks like a person. Um, and so the meaning of this is a person who die young. Okay, that's the meaning. Um, and so if you look at that, that's I mean the original one, that the person that one arm up, one arm down. Okay, so later on they kind of stylized so to put the two arms downwards same time, but then the head is tilted the other way. Okay, so all of this is try to represent like that it's a dead person. Okay, so this is the original meaning is die young. Okay, and so break, die young. Okay, and now but when it as an adjective, used as an adjective, there's another meaning that seems means the opposite. Okay, which is luxuriant. Okay, and luxuriant, and also another meaning is means young. Okay, young, but that not die young, but young at the same time is delicate and charming, tender and beautiful. Okay, so this is basically is describing a young person. Actually, a how do I say? Not a died young person, but rather a healthy, lovely young person. Okay, and also not a person, but also referring to young plants. Okay, young plants and young, um, you know, um, young trees, crops, flowers, things of those sort. Okay, the young, tender, and beautiful. Okay, so this has several meanings. Okay, and so this is Yao. Let's take a look at the character itself. Okay, we look at it that. So this is basically that's the meaning. Okay, so if you look at the common words with this character, see 妖王夭折. Okay, 妖王夭折, this is all referring to die young. Okay, die young. And then other things like 柳腰桃艳. Okay, 柳腰桃艳. Okay, so this is means that that's young, tender, beautiful, that kind of meaning. Okay, so this is actually both these meanings are still in use. Okay, all right. So next one, 武. Now 武, the original meaning of this character is the rope that used to control horses. Okay, that's the original meaning of this character. Now later on, this pretty much used to refer to noon. Okay, to noon. Now the Chinese noon and the English noon is a little bit different. Okay, the English noon, it's actually means 12 o'clock, like midnight, exactly midnight, 12 o'clock. But for Chinese, they divided the a day into 12 sections. Okay, so each section is 2 hours. Now the noon section is actually from 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Okay, so this actually the period across the exactly noon, 12 o'clock. okay, 2-hour period. And so now, if you want to refer to like 12 o'clock exactly, and then you have to say 正午, 正午, okay? So it's right to the moon, right to the middle room moon, noon, time, point in time, okay? Call it 正午, okay? And so yeah, that's and also this is 五 is 地支的第七位, so this is the 7th of the 12 earthly branches, okay, used for counting years, months, and days and times. So there's the Chinese counting system. There are two categories. One is earthly branches, and the other one is heavenly branches. Okay, the heavenly branches is has 10. The earthly branch has 12. Okay, and then these two categories, if you do all the possible combinations, and then you get 60. Okay, and so the Chinese use this to count years, month, and hours. This kind of thing, and so it works very well because the days, the years is divided by 12, right? And the month, the years divided by 12 months, and then the for a day, for Chinese, they divide it into 12 sections as well. Okay, so this is 五. Okay, let's take a look at the character itself. Now this one, you can see that this is like looks like a this thick stick that you use to grind rice and wheat and crop, that kind of thing. Okay, and so this is the character originally meant to refer to that tool, but later on they may create another character. So take this one, added a wood radical on the left, okay, to refer to that tool. Okay, and then they take this one to mean used for counting, okay, for counting times. Okay, so that's the that's the etymology. Okay, so this is a 五. Next one, 有. Okay, 有, the original meaning of 有 is means wine. Okay, it means wine. Now if you look at the character itself, you can see why that's the case. So basically, it's a picture of a vessel that's used as a wine container. Okay, so literally it's a picture of a wine container. Okay, 有, and so right, so they use that to referring to wine. Now, of course, this one is also the 10th of the 12 earthly branches. Okay, used for counting year, month, day, and time. Okay, 有. Okay, so 有. So if you count like 12 sections, so 有时is fifth. It's 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock p.m. Okay, that's 有时. Okay, so this is 有. Next one, 四. 四. Now 四, the original meaning is fetus. Okay, fetus. So which means the baby inside the womb hasn't born yet. Okay, so it's the fetus. Okay, so that's the very original meaning, but it's also the 6th of the 12 earthly branches. Okay, used for counting year, month, day, and time. Okay, and so it's also it also means snake. Okay, means snake. 四 let's say this thing. Make it okay. I mean this snake. Okay. Yeah, and let's take a look at the character itself. So you can see that, it's literally looks like the fetus inside the womb, right? So the fetus inside the womb, head is really big compared to the body. Okay, so pretty much the head is almost the same size as the body. Okay, so this is like it's the picture of the fetus. Okay, so 四 that's the original meaning is fetus, but later on they used as it's the counting words, right? In this, it's the sixth of the 12 earthly branches. Okay, 四 and yeah, that's it. So now, why is referred to snake? This is because the Chinese zodiac. Okay, zodiac, right? It's 12 animals, and the snake is the sixth of that. Okay, so the when they refer to the Chinese zodiac, the 12 zodiac, they actually map to this 12 earthly branches. Okay, and so the sixth of the earthly branches is corresponding to the snake in the Chinese zodiac. So therefore, this character sometimes referred to snake. Okay, so that's 四. Next one, 毛 毛 the original meaning, it means the door is open. Okay, door is open. Open door. So open door, that means not actually it's a verb like make the door open. It's actually referring to the door is open. Okay, open door. And so this one is now this one is earthly branches. It's the fourth. It's the fourth of the earthly branches. Okay. Let's see. This is. I think I'm gonna make it consistent. The fourth of the 12 like that, make it consistent. 3 branches. Okay, and used for counting year, month, race. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Yeah, pretty much that's that's the basic meaning. Now there's another meaning that that is you want to know is that means that 报道 which means that you in military or government, sometimes they do the roll call, right? So announcing each person's name, and then the name that the person has to respond to indicate that he's there, he's here, right? So it's a kind of roll call. So 卯 now 卯册 卯部 卯册 is that referring to that roster, refer to that roster. Okay, so basically it refer to the book. Okay, to the book, to the paper that lists every person's name. Okay, so that thing is called 毛册 you just know that 点个毛打个毛so you want to know that. Now another meaning is 毛损，就是 this is like this is a technique of carpenter technique. So especially in China, so traditionally when Chinese build furnitures, they do not use nails at all. Okay, they always use some kind of what is the English called? I don't know. This is mortise. I think that's what it is. Mortise. Yeah, and so yeah, mortise. Okay, mortise. So a hole, a recess cut into a part which is designed to receive a corresponding projection. Okay, and so it's a mortise. Okay, 损眼 mortise. Okay, so 毛 is a mortise, referring to that mortise. Okay, and 损 referring to that projection, the other part, the projection part. Okay, and then in traditional Chinese carpentry, they always use that thing to piece everything together. Okay, so let's take a look at the character itself. So if you look at it, you see this is basically it's a picture of the door is open. Okay, and so you see that there's a gap in the middle. Okay, the gap in the middle, and so this is a two pieces door. Okay, and fan out, and right in the middle there's a gap. That's open gap. Okay, so this is referring to open door. Okay, so this is 毛。yin. Now yin is the third of the 12 earthly branches. Okay, yin. Yeah, and then the very original meaning of this character is respectful. Okay, means respectful. Okay, now but nowadays that we don't use respectful means respect. That meaning in modern Chinese. Okay, the only thing that we still use is used as the third of the 12 earthly branches. Okay, so this is yin. Next, let's take a look at the character. So if you're this one, you can see that and the original meaning of this character means deep. Okay, means deep. So how they try to describe the meaning of deep, because deep is actually an abstract concept, right? Now, so the way they represent abstract concept is they draw an arrow, and that arrow is they hit the target and get through the target. Okay, get the head of the arrow is completely break through the object and it is at the other side of the object. Okay, and so this means that the arrow was went in deep. Okay, so they use that picture to mean deep. Okay, and so now later on they added two hands on both sides. Okay, added two hands on both sides, and so later on they further stylished. Okay, and so it's kind of apart from the original picture. Okay, so this is yin, yin, and so the only thing you need to remember, this is the third of the 12 earthly branches. Okay, so other meanings that you can learn about it for your curiosity. Okay, so because it's not really used in modern Chinese. Next one, 丑. Okay, now 丑 is is the second of the 12 earthly branches. Okay, a second. Okay, now, but this character has other meanings that is very common in youth. First is ugly. Okay, ugly, and which is the original meaning of this character, which means ugly. Okay, ugly, and then it's also a role in Chinese traditional opera. Okay, opera. No, that role is similar to clown in Western in Western counterparts. Okay, it's similar, not exactly, but it's similar. Okay, um, and yeah, so one is means ugly, the other means is the second of the 12 earthly branches. Okay, and let's take a look at the character. So this character, and if you look at the orgo bone structure, the early character, early shape of this character, you can see that this is really looks like a claw of a chicken type of thing. Okay, and yeah, and so and yeah, so this is the original character of this. It looks like a chicken claw of the chicken. Okay, but the why this one is 丑. Now this is because the simplification, the modern Chinese, the simplification, they actually combined this character with another character pronounced as 丑, but write this way. Okay, write this way. So it's a wine radical and a ghost. Okay, 鬼 on the right. And so that thing character actually means 丑, means ugly. The ugly 丑. And this one is pronounced as 丑, but actually means does not mean ugly. It actually means the second of the 12 earthly branches. Now, when they try to simplify the Chinese characters, because these two characters, they all pronounce as 丑, and so they decided they combine these two together and just use the simple character to refer to both meanings. Okay, so that's what happened. Okay, so this is 丑. Next one, 乙. 乙 is the original meaning, means crooked. Okay, it means the plant grow crooked. Okay, that's the original meaning. Okay, now the second meaning means second. Okay, means second, because this is the second of the 10 celestial stems. So earthly branches, not earthly branches, the celestial stems. Okay, celestial stems is 10, the 10 celestial stems. Okay, and this is the second of this 10. Okay, they are used for counting year, month, day, and time. Okay, and so therefore this means second. Okay, yeah. So this is the E. So if you look at the character itself, you can see this. Basically, it's a wig. Okay, it's like just a wiggly line. All right, a wiggly line. Okay, wiggly line. So E. Okay. So for this one, you only need to remember this is the second of the 10 celestial stems. Okay, that's the common meaning of this. Next one, 丙. Now, 丙 is the third of the 10 celestial stems or heavenly stems. Okay, okay, and now the original meaning of this character, it actually means fish tail. okay, fishtail. But you don't need to remember that because it's really, in modern Chinese, they don't use that meaning at all. And so Bing is pretty much only means the third, okay, the third, because this is the third of the 10 heavenly stems, okay. So if you look at the character itself, you can see that this is actually a picture of the fishtail, okay, because this is the original meaning of this character, okay. Next one, Gen. Now, Gen is the 7th of the 10 heavenly stems used for counting years, okay. So Gen, okay, is the 7th. Now, this one has a second meaning, is means age, okay. This is an old way of asking how old are you, okay. So they will ask 贵庚几何, 贵庚几何, 贵庚, 庚. So 庚 is actually referred to age. 贵 means respectfully referring to the person you are speaking to, okay. 贵庚几何, 庚尺, 这些都是要 means age, okay. So 庚, 7th of the 10th. Okay, so let's take a look at the characters. So this one, I can see that the original meaning is referring to the tool, okay, the agricultural tool used to break the kernel of the crop. Okay, that's that that machine, okay. So it's the picture of that machine, okay. All right, so you can see that now the very old character, you can tell that's what it is, okay. Gen. And so later on they use this character to refer to the 7th of the 10 heavenly stems, okay. And so this is what you need to remember. Next one, Ren. Ren is the 9th of the heavenly stem, okay. So 9 heavenly stems, called Ren. Now, and so the original meaning of this character means carry on a shoulder pole, okay. Carry on a shoulder pole. So this is I think in China this is very common, but I think in Asia, in Vietnam and those places, also very common. So this is how people carry stuff. So basically, there's a roll, there's a pole, and then you carry the pole on your shoulder, and then at each end of the pole, and they carry some loads, okay. And so this character Ren is it means that just carry on a shoulder pole, okay. So basically there's two meanings, okay. Now if you take a look at the character itself, so and here it says that this Ren, so the etymology, people have debate about that, okay. It's no longer very clear, the etymology, okay. Not very clear about what it means, but I think what it means, I think it still means that carry on the shoulder pole. So this, I believe this is the picture, is a bird's eye picture, okay. So you look at the person from the top, okay. So you can see that the middle part, the middle dot over here, that's the person like standing in the between of the pole, okay. And then the two strokes on both ends, that's the load on each end of the pole. So I believe that this is what it is, okay. And So this is 人. Okay, so the ninth of the 10 heavenly stem. Okay. Let's see. Put a 10 over here. 10. Yeah. Not right. Here. Okay, this is 人. Next one, 鬼. 鬼 is the last of the 10 heavenly stems. Okay, 叫鬼. Okay, and so this is pretty much that's the meaning. Okay, 鬼. And so the original meaning of this character is type of military weapon. Okay, it's a type of military weapon. All right. If you look at the character itself, you can see, see that's yeah. It's, here's the blade. It's kind of weird with the military weapon. Okay. Anyway, so that's 鬼. Next one, 干. Now 干means stems. Okay, 天干is the heavenly stems. Okay, also means intervene, interfere, involve, be connected to. Dry. Okay, another meaning is dry. Okay, dry and coarse. Dry. Okay. And dried up food. Okay. That kind of meaning. Exhaust, in vain, false, superficially. Okay. So this is basically the three groups of meanings. Okay, let's see. I think it's 4 groups, right? Yeah, I think that's probably this way is better. Yeah, so this is like a more better breaks. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this has these several meanings. Okay. First is referring to 天干. Okay, which means heavenly stems. Okay. And then 干 干 means interfere, intervene, interfere, okay, or involve, okay, 相干 or 干预 干预 干涉 okay, 相干 means that involved or be connected to, okay, and then 干 干旱 right, 干货 this is 嘴口干 so yeah,牛肉干 right, those are the dried up food, 牛肉干 yeah, so this is 干瞪眼 right, 干瞪眼 so these are like means in vain. Okay. So so this one, the gan has many different meanings. Okay. All right, so you can read through this and take a and when you see this character in sentences, and then you gradually you will master all the different meanings. Okay. And another one that is you want to know is like 干亲 干亲, that means it's adoption. Okay, it's a family relationship through adoption. For example, 干爹干爷 干爹 means that's the it's the 叫什么呢？后爹哈，后爹怎么说呢？呀，想不起来。Well, 干儿子 干儿子 means it's adopted son. Okay, adopted son is called 干儿子。And 干爹 that means you both sides agree to the father-son relationship, but there's no blood relationship. Okay, so that kind of relationship 干爹啊、干儿子、干女儿啊是这么说的。Okay, so this is 干啊。Now this one has a second pronunciation of the 干。Now when you pronounce as 干that means a two meanings. One is mean trunk, use it as a verb, as a noun. Okay, noun means it means trunk. Okay, like 树干、躯干骨干。So the are means trunk, means the core. Okay, means the core part of the thing. Okay, 干use it as a verb, so that means do, act, execute, work. Okay, so basically you act on something, doing something. That's called a 干干。For example, like 让我干什么都可以。Okay, 让我干什么都可以。So that means it's okay, whatever you let me do, I will do it. Okay, so this is 干Now next one. Oh, wait a minute. Let's take a look at the character itself. So this one you can see that it says the original meaning is a type of Asian weapon. Okay, it looks like a fork. Okay, it's a fork, and it's a weapon. Okay, that's the very original meaning of this character. Okay, let's see how many. Okay, and this is 干. Okay, now next one. 枝枝. Now 枝 means branch. Okay, offshoot, a branch. Earthly branches. That's 地枝地枝refer to earthly branches. Okay, also means like prop up or put up or support, assist, help. Okay, 支for example 支持、支撑that kind of thing. Okay, for example like a 支持 see right here 支持、支柱now 支流支 that means branches. Okay, of 就是 branches like a 支流 that means the river branches. Okay, and 力不能支 that means support. Okay, all right, so basically it's also there's a meaning of like pay money, send. Okay, like 支票支票出like 支出means the expenses. Okay, expenses. Now this one is also a unit of measure of things like a pen, gun, people units like 一支部队一支部队 that's basically a military unit that's just in general. Okay, it's in general. It could be a big unit, it could be a small unit. Okay, or people unit, people 一支队伍not necessarily military unit, but some kind of people organization. Okay, or like a song. A song, that means in Chinese we will say 一支歌一支歌So this is 支 okay, and if we look at the character itself, so this one you can see that it looks like a hand holding on a plant. Okay, that's what it looks like. See that? See, that's the hand, and that's the the plant branches. Okay, so yeah, so this is 枝 now okay, next one 经 now 经 means the present or the modern time, so it's referring to time, which means contemporary or right now or today. So okay, so that kind of meaning. Okay, it's called 经 right now it's called 经 okay, that's the original meaning. So it's opposite of past or opposite of ancient. Okay, called 经 now let's take a look at that. So this one is it looks like it's upside down mouth, and then in the mouth, you are holding on something. Okay, and now that's the very original meaning of this character. Okay, so means that keep something in your mouth. Okay, now that meaning later on they made another character to have that meaning, which is this one, han. Okay, han. Okay, and then they use this thing to refer to now, right now. Okay, and okay, so that's the etymology. And next one is xi. Okay, now xi, the very original meaning is dried meat. Okay, dried meat means xi. Now, but that meaning is no longer in use, really. Okay, so right now is xi means past in time. Okay, so it's the opposite of jing. And so you can see like a 今昔 now 今昔 that means 现在和过去. Okay, 今昔 that means in the past and now, so that's referring to the entire time, right? 往昔 昔年, so that's all referring to past. Okay, so like idioms like 今不如昔 今不如昔, that means the the life is not good. Okay, so the current life is no better than in the past. Okay, so let's take a look at the character itself. So this one, you can see that there's a sun over here, right? There's a sun over here, and then on the top, this is actually water waves. Okay, this is like referring to water waves, and so big water waves, that means flood, big flood. Okay, big flood, and so they do that, use that, and because like a big flood is pretty often frequent in ancient times, because they haven't built all these like massive water projects yet, so they haven't been able to control these waters. Okay, so flooding is very often, and every time it's floods, and then make the life miserable. Okay, so that's why they always remember what happens with a big flood in the past. So that's why they use this thing, let's say 日, okay, sun, and the flood to refer to past time. Okay, so that's the connection. And all right, that's it for today. We studied 12 characters today, so that's it for today. Happy learning. Bye bye.